Good day, everybody. I'm sitting today with Gloria Hungana. She is our community representative. I am Halli, CEO of Halli Trust. And we just want to tell you a little bit about this amazing woman. She, and I want to cry when I think of it. Gloria started Halli Trust with us many years ago. Well, we're celebrating now in 2020 our 10 years. So Gloria started Halli Trust basically with us. So, yeah, Gloria, tell us a little bit about you. How did your journey start with Halli Trust?
I was working with Heidi 10 years ago. When she started Halli Trust, she asked me if I can be part of Halli. I was so grateful for the opportunity. Then I said, yes, I will. First, I was a...
You were my domestic worker. That I must just say that. Gloria was first my domestic worker, so she started, and then eventually she went and studied, and she's actually a class assistant teacher now. So that is just her career. But yeah, you started as a community representative.
Yes, for Halli
Yes.
Trust.
Yeah, and then
Also responsible for the stores. Yes, since then, I'm really happy to work for Halli Trust.
And we also made you a trustee in 2014.
Yes, we started to be a trustee. I started to be a trustee.
Yes.
Then
community representative.
Community representative, yes. I'm also responsible for the stores.
For sorting out all the donations that we get, which is another big job that Gloria does brilliantly. Over the years, I'm not trusting anybody with it because Gloria is really doing an amazing job. Gloria, and tell us, what are you currently doing? Just we said you are a community representative, so that's what you're currently doing. Community representative for Nomzamo, Lwandle and Zola area.
Zola, yes.
And you are still responsible for the stores.
For the stores, yes, for sorting out the donations that come in and then taking it to the community.
Yes.
Which is, the community is also very grateful what we are doing as a Halli Trust there.
Tell us about that, because it's also a question I want to ask you. How did Halli Trust impact the community?
Oh, Heidi, if I can tell what Halli Trust did in our community, it's very grateful. The community are very grateful what we are doing, because we are assisting the families first before we just give. Then there are so many families that will change their lives. By, first of all, what I can say, I'm not saying that we are proud of or we are bragging.
We're bragging.
But what I like about us, we are praying. For what we did is the prayer. There are so many families that by the prayer that we did, without giving the parcels or the clothes or what, but the prayer and the hope that we left to the families. Some of the families now, they are working.
Oh, how awesome is that?
Each and every time we go to the families, there is also a light that we live in that families.
That is something that Gloria said right from the beginning, is we leave light at the end of the tunnel. And you've also always said we give and we bring hope.
Hope.
Because we take their hands and we together then change, and because it's also them that are coming to the table and say, but we want to change our lives.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how awesome is that? And Gloria is very much part of the community. She's also a leader in her church. So there's lots of people that know them as a family, because they stand out and very strong people in the community. Then I also want to ask Gloria, how did Halli Trust impact your life?
A lot. Because I also learn with one hand can do things, but two hands can do things much better. Because I was always like to help in the community, but I didn't do more. But since I'm in Halli Trust, there is more than we did, because one hand is better than two hands. That's what I can say.
And many people come back to you. Gloria is also selling some of our needlework items, the aprons that we make, and they all say, we support you because Halli Trust, and we will do something, we do anything for Halli Trust. You always say that.
Yes, they always say, Halli Trust can say to us, jump, and then we won't say, we just say how high. What I can also like, some of the families that we did help, some of them, I can't still even remember, but they can still remember Halli Trust. I remember the other day I was walking in my street in Nomzamo, there was a young lady. She's a young lady now. I think it was 5 or 6 years ago. She said to me, "Hi, auntie." I said, "Hi." And then across, I said, "How are you, auntie?" I said, "I'm all right. And yourself?" She said, "Can you remember me?" I said, "No." She said, "You buy me a calculator." She was a grade 10, I think so, in Rostov. On that time, she did pass with a matric because of the calculator that Halli Trust bought for her. Yeah.
And I think she's a law student now, you see.
Yeah, she was doing law.
Yeah, she's a law student.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sometimes we don't have to make a big, something big, but just a small something.
That's a small thing that can
make such a big difference. Yeah.
Because we thought a calculator was just a calculator for the student too, but that kid didn't have a calculator, so it changed the whole life about that.
Amazing.
The small things that we thought no man is just the small thing, they can
make a big difference.
Make a big difference. Yes, that's what.
And then, Gloria, the last question is, what did you learn from Halli Trust so far?
I learned a lot. I learned a lot from Halli Trust by mixing up with different cultures. I'm a Xhosa speaking. I did know some of my Xhosa things, but now that we are here in different cultures, I learn more. Because Heidi is speaking Afrikaans, and then we also got the aunties that are also African, but they are all coming from the other cultures. So I learn a lot because we also got our representative, which is Anastasia. I also learn a lot from them. So I also learned that you must also take the advices from the other person. You can't do something by yourself. It's better to also listen to the other people's view. Then you can just do it together.
And also, Gloria is so proud of Halli Trust. She's a really strong anchor at Halli Trust and always encouraging people. And if there's and wisdom, giving some wisdom. And we are such an amazing team. And that's why I want to introduce you guys to what we do and who is doing the work behind the scenes. And Gloria's always been such an amazing 10 years, Gloria.
10 years, yeah, we are 10 years now.
That we are celebrating now in 2020, and how amazing is that? And Gloria, thank you. Gloria's my sister. Her children is like my children, and we've cried together and laughed together and making jokes together, but it's really a privilege to have you along my side. So sorry for being emotional, but it's just so precious. Thank you so much, guys, and just have an amazing day. Thank you.
Thank you, honey.